Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 35 of Direwolf20's server play series. Tog and Soren on the server, but a whole ton of people on TeamSpeak. We've got Tog and CPW, the man himself. King Lemming, author of Thermal Expansion, which you should have seen my mod spotlight of that by now, because this video is being recorded way at a time. And we've also got Matabase and Soren and Zeldo, who you guys should know, the author of the original Teleport Pipes, and he's also been helping King Lemming with Thermal Expansion a bit. So how's everybody doing?
Good.
Fantastic.
Alright, man.
Cool. So they were all talking like coding and shop and stuff. So I'm going to let them keep talking because it sounded like an interesting conversation. And I'm going to be playing Minecraft for a little bit. So you guys continue. Pretend I'm not here.
Right.
No, Direwolf,
Sorry,
guy, what's he all about?
Pay no attention to the Direwolf behind the recording.
Curtain?
Yeah.
Come on, don't be a noob, Soren.
Recording. He doesn't have a curtain. Well, I guess now he does, kind of.
He does have a curtain, it's called the internet.
Yes. So
Well, at
I'm
least
just messing
I
around
will
with
start
stuff.
asking you to sleep with him again now.
Yeah, really.
Now look, the words I said was, Soren, please go to bed.
Nope. Sleep. So
No,
Soren's
it was
sleep.
actually, Soren, please get in bed. It was get in.
Was it?
Yeah. Really scary.
Well, like, it was pretty clear what I meant.
It was
I
to all
think
of
you
us, you're
actually
right.
said sleep for me, but
Yes.
it
Yeah.
sounded like
Yeah.
sleep with me.
Oh.
That
People
was
are all
just a
weird, dude.
subconscious coming out.
I got nothing, I got no responsibility for the stuff you guys come up with.
What you said.
You should be monitoring.
This chick renderer thing is biting me in the butt.
Oh.
Why is it biting you in the butt? Come on, it's the easiest thing ever.
Ah.
Come on, even
Says the guy
mod
who
loader
can't do
programmers can use it.
graphics.
That's no offense to mod loader programmers. A lot of them are very brilliant.
Yeah.
Why is this thing jammed all of a sudden? Ah, pollen. You didn't know what to do with pollen. Okay, fair enough. I have to route that now.
CPW.
Yes,
Or
Lou.
maybe the others might know too. What is Buildcraft API core orientations?
Very, 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 very old class.
Yeah.
And
How
it
old is
should
it?
be completely replaced by Forge Direction. Without
I wish it
any
would.
shadow of a doubt. Or
Unfortunately,
even Vanilla Direction, which also exists.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you answer me why it creates a lot of orientations arrays?
I have no idea. I didn't write it. Space Toe wrote it years ago.
It's not like it even creates a lot of orientations objects. It creates a lot of orientations array objects.
Yeah, I know.
From connection matrix read data, facade matrix read data, and pipe world renderer, pipe facade renderer.
Say what now?
Mostly connection matrix read data is a lot of object churn on that.
It's not great, I'll agree. But to be honest, it doesn't show up particularly bad on heap dumps, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, well that's
There's
because they
plenty
don't...
of stuff that shows up a million times worse on a heap dump than what Buildcraft is doing.
That's
Although-
because they don't generate all that many bytes, but they do generate a lot of objects.
Yeah, but I've been monitoring the GC flow of the Forgecraft server, and it doesn't really show up as being a significant contributor to GC. You can all you want, but J-Rocky's flight recorder tells me something differently.
Okay, so I got a question for you guys. Oh, go ahead, King.
Yeah, CPW, I have a question for you, actually.
Yes.
If you are currently rewriting buildcraft pipes and all that stuff,
Not really.
not well. Would there be
All I'm doing is cleaning up bits that I see and think that really needs to be fixed.
Well, could you rewrite all the orientation? Or I would be happy to. Would you accept my pull request if I rewrote all of the orientation nonsense to use forge direction?
You know what? I would be willing to bet the team would love you for it.
Okay.
Aha!
Because quite frankly, it is just ridiculously annoying that it's got such a completely pointless bonus piece of API that's clearly ancient legacy. The only issue I've got, the only concern I've got is that there are a fair few mods that use the API, and of course they're going to have to be rewritten to deal with that change.
Including my own. Anything that uses liquids at all, because filling tanks is always orientation based. So it's really sad because I made all this array code to do these quick transformations, which is effectively what forge direction did, but I did it before forge direction and I've just kept it. But anyway, then I've got this ugly nonsense doing orientation, position, move position, all that to handle the tanks, and I hate it.
So I got industrious bees.
Submit that pull request, go right ahead. I'm pretty sure Covert and I would pull that in a hurry.
Okay then.
And
Zelda, get on it.
Okay, so my question is, would you guys rather have our take on item pipes or teleport blocks in TE first? Which one?
Was that a teleport pipe, Zelda? Was that a teleport pipe?
No, it will be teleport blocks that require buildcraft power to teleport the items or liquids.
Well, that sounds neat.
Neato.
But can you pipe stuff in and get it out in a completely different place in the world?
Oh, nice.
Go on.
I got new bees.
Oh, I
No, you can. I do admit it.
Excellent.
So I took my industrious
please
out of here. I got
so.
purebred
It's the
industrious.
thing that's
So this
making
API is
most
not doing
Buildcraft.
anything.
We've already had the debate, should we build a teleport
I had to give it some
pipe
work
for
to do.
You know,
Buildcraft?
Zelda, I got an idea here, because we can do reconfigurable sides, thermal expansion style. It's going to be like a diamond teleport pipe.
That would be sweet.
All right, so on to not to detract from the conversation, which I'm super excited for, I totally caused the pipe thing to happen again, the conduit thing.
Okay, how?
Once again, I just wrenched the input to change. And then I have a line of engines with the same.
Send me a new screenshot.
Oh, you know what? I think I did cause that once earlier too while I was messing around.
Okay,
What
send me
are
another screenshot.
How are you guys holding the wrench? Do we need to put a diagram or something? Is this, I mean, it's like, is this an Apple thing? You're holding it wrong? Stop.
No, just put it this way.
Yes.
If they can break it by holding it the wrong way, remake it.
I like that he just made an Apple reference.
I do too.
He actually just became one of my favorite people. Not gonna lie.
Okay, so
Nice.
what's the answer to my questions? The retake on pipes or the retake on teleport first? Which one
Your
first?
take on teleport first. Now do it.
Then what are Hennigan seeds anyway?
Anaquin
That's
is
you,
basically
wasn't
my
it, Sword?
response to Twine, since Direwolf has hemp. If I did hemp, I would get so
There you
much
go.
rage and useless stuff.
Yes,
Interesting.
you're right, you would.
So,
Alright, YouTube, I'll be back in a minute. I need to get something ready off camera. Alright, guys, we're back. I'm playing with turtles a little bit. Thinking about making this turtle go get my bees or maybe my items, something along those lines. We'll see. I have to figure out how I want the turtle to behave. Uh-oh, what's that? Dude, Soren, we got a nanosuit zombie over here. Did you guys
That
know
reminds me,
IC2 added
MEAs.
nanosuit zombies to the Halloween?
Yeah.
Is it Halloween or is it permanent?
I thought it was
With
just
the
for
new
Halloween.
1.4 mobs
I
wearing
hope-
armor thing.
I hope it's permanent.
I thought it was Halloween. This would be like a nasty thing to find when you have a stone sword. I'm just saying.
I
Well, how
had assumed it was permanent due to the new mechanics. But
You know how horrible it was when I was walking around my world, just kind of showing my stream, and then all of a sudden there was a quantum zombie with a nano saber.
Yeah.
That is not a fun thing. It one hits you, and the nano saber was on.
Meta, how good is your computer?
Rather attractive. Why?
Because on mine, I can click as fast as humanly possible and not get it to go out of sync.
An i7. Got 12 gigs of RAM, and I've got a nice video card.
I have no idea.
Neptune's updated his mod, so it only works if you've got the latest Forge. The Forge that doesn't even exist yet with the vanilla War Dictionary entries.
Who's that?
The Forge, it doesn't even exist yet? How's that?
Well, no, it's a pending pull. I think we're going to push it as one of the first 143, 14, whatever actually gets released. Sort of fix-ups is to push this change, but I think he's already got it in his code. You need an War Dictionary log to actually have the to make barrels.
I see. Did you see that screenshot that I linked? That it seems to be like a real culprit, at least for me, for a
Where'd you
client.
come from?
I may not be on the server, because, you know, it's a big difference between servers and clients, apparently.
Really?
Well, you know, there's a whole, yes.
And Tog fails to sense sarcasm.
He's like, yeah, it's got this. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, let me. Oh wait, let me explain it. All right, how do I want to do this? I want to.
Direwolf trolling again.
Me troll Tog? Never.
Never.
I'll probably just transpose of this thing.
Can I just say, randomly, that if pistachios didn't have shells, they would be an endangered snack.
Yeah.
Speaking of pistachios, my friend said today that apparently my gems look like pistachios.
Interesting.
Oh wait, can I just say this on
Yeah.
Direwolf's thing right now?
Yeah.
143 is a really frustrating update because it's added a really cool feature, but adding the really cool feature has basically screwed up all of the obfuscation, which is why there won't be many mods out in a hurry for it.
Oh, is it bad?
Did they?
Really?
Yeah,
It's not
it-
just
it's
like,
shifted, it's shifted about 30 classes.
Oh, so it messed up
It's-
obfuscation.
Not like
Oh, yeah.
just a recompile and you're good kind of thing for mods?
Far from it.
Partially, although actually there are some fairly important changes to a couple of things that are Forge patches, which might break something like Mistcraft.
Such
We're going
as.
to debate it later on today, but
Oh, the
yeah,
orphan?
they've changed teleporters. They're now world bound.
What do you mean
Which-
teleporters? Minecraft
Like,
doesn't have
no, it's-
what?
Yes, it does.
Player.
It has a
It does.
teleporter class, which is used for responsible for
okay.
moving players around the world.
You
In
call
fact,
it
all
teleport
entities.
class.
We call it teleporters. I think they call it something else.
I don't know what we call it. We call it some portal something agent, I
matter.
think.
Yeah, but a portal travel agent is what Bucky
Yeah.
called it.
Right.
But, the fundamental issue is that that's now world bound, and Forge was allowing you to provide custom teleporters. So I'm not sure
Yeah,
whether or
like,
not that's going to cause some serious
Forge did and
problems.
Bucket did. How are they world bound? What do you mean?
They've been bound to the world. They are literally attached to the world now. Every world server gets its own instance of a teleporter.
All it basically.
What?
Well, it's a class that figures out what
Where you
position
can
you should
move.
be at and the actual code for generating the obsidian frame and portal in the world, right? That's the same class I'm thinking
Yep.
of? Okay. Well, it kind of makes sense to be associated with a world. I don't see how that makes much of a difference. Because they still allow you to transport between worlds, right? I mean, that's what they're meant for. They're portals.
Yes. The reason why I'm not 100% sure it's not going to break something Forge is, at least mod related to Forge, is because, for example, Twilight Forest has custom portals. Mistcraft has custom portals. And they might well get
Yeah.
broken by this.
Do they even use that code?
I don't know. That's the thing that we've got to debate.
You guys have some debating to do.
Because as far as I knew, that was just kind of like a helper vanilla class. The real code was in what we call server configuration manager. I don't know what MC
Yeah,
calls
that's
it.
what it's called in MP2.
Yeah. That was like the real teleport code. The teleporter class was just responsible for making vanilla portals when you go through it and appear on the other side.
Yeah, but the point is that I think that at least Twilight Forest is probably using it because they create the interesting, fancy portals, and I think that Tropicraft uses it as well because
Yeah,
they
they do.
generate odd portals.
I thought they created their own portals though, not your standard.
Yeah, but the point is
5x4
they create them
obsidian.
by creating a new kind of teleport.
Enderman's attacking me. Just didn't say that real loud.
At least I believe that's the case. I'd say
Interesting.
we've got to debate whether or not this is important enough that we have to change the vanilla change.
Yeah, I guess I should probably take a look at that because I spent literally weeks working on this for Bucket, so I know how it used to work quite
It hasn't
well.
changed until 1.43. You've got the pullets up in the Dropbox. The Forge with all the changes patched in is up in the Dropbox.
All right. I assume I'll have to grab vanilla though,
Yeah.
because
And
you don't
you'll need
actually
the MCP
change that
workbench.
class, do you? Teleporter, or do you?
No, we don't.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to grab that and decompile it all and nice, lovely, pain in the neck.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, come on. It's so hard to install MCP, yeah.
Well,
Or are you the Maven King of Bucket as well? I'm trying to figure out who was the Maven King. Because I need to steal their brain.
That worked.
It was either Grum or Dinnerbone. They were mostly Grum. He was like the scripting wizard. You know, he was the one who did all of our renaming scripts and the whole streamline the porting the API from days to 3 or 4 hours for Bucket.
Yeah.
It was all based on work he did. But yeah, right now I'm staring at this regular enum set, which is taking, dwarfing everything else.
Yeah,
For
that's weird.
Bytes and
Regular
objects.
enum set?
Did you hear that, CBW?
What's that?
Soren just said TPS is at 100%.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
hooray.
some reason it's 20
Wow.
across the board, and I'm holding a power core, and that proves otherwise.
Yeah, well, like, to be fair, I'm not going to rely on your power cores.
Yeah, well, like,
No.
there's
on a
only
server that has no other mods installed.
there's only like the 2 of you on the server, right?
Yeah, but it's 20 across the board, 100%.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily indicate the world tick rate to the client. Because it doesn't send a tick every tick to the client.
And I'm still working on this. I've gotten it down to I can get the time, but or the tick, but it's jittering my power core.
But you know what I should do? I should make this a relay. That's what I should do.
Yeah.
Tried
that should be a
upscaling it,
relay.
downscaling it, and it's still the same effects.
I'm remaking this as
Are
a
you
relay.
using the client tick?
Yeah.
Have you changed it to using the client tick?
How's that called? Register
You should
tick
change-
handler, render to a new Xi render tick handler side client.
There's a bug right now with NEI where things are
And
going
then-
invisible. So ignore that not happening.
Probably in
Inside
tick
that,
start
for
would
tick
be where you
start.
want to put it.
Time render is a private float, and it gets the tick data array 0.
Do what now?
Yeah,
Trying to get to-
that will be 0 all the time. You do know that, don't you?
It's coming out with numbers.
Is it?
It is.
Tick client? 0. I'll have to look at the code. That's fired out of the start of the client tick loop. I thought the first argument was the world.
This text. Oh,
Hey, CPW, maybe you'll
Yes,
know the answer
hello.
to this. On get description packet, does that have a limit to how many it can send out or pull in?
1.
okay. So maybe I missed and hit stick type
Get
render.
description packet is
Or that's not what I meant.
returns a packet, which
Right,
is
right.
then sent by the chunk update handler when it decides. It only actually called get description packet when it decides that your tile entity needs an update.
Yeah, he
And
meant
you
something
do that
else.
by doing mark.
Yeah, I did. I was totally
He
reading
had
that
a
wrong.
logic aneurysm.
I meant, is there a limit to how many packets you can send to a player in a certain amount of time?
Well, obviously there's bandwidth limits, yes. But to be honest, for practical purposes, I think you can treat it as being as many as you want. Especially if you mark them as chunk packets, you get a very useful guarantee if you mark it as a chunk packet, and that is that the chunk data will always be sent and arrive at the client prior to your tile entity description packet data, because there are 2 queues that Minecraft uses to send data to the client. There's a so-called high priority queue, and then there's a low priority queue. So the high priority queue is used for things like players moving and actions being taken, like you've just been hit. The low priority queue is for map data, things like this chunk has changed, here's its new state. The tile entity data should go as part of that, and but you need to actually set the chunk flag on it to do that. Otherwise, it will go in the high priority queue. What can happen is it will arrive and beat the chunk data to the client, which means the client is now out of sync and won't necessarily apply the chunk update packet. Fun.
I wonder if that could be the issue then.
That's probably what your issue is, but at least that would be my first guess, is to check your chunk packet flag. I was going to look at the client tick.
Is the enum set tick type supposed to return clients?
I need to get go to on here.
Tick
I'll be
type
right back,
supposed to
guys.
return bad.
Yeah,
I'm back, by the way, to
whatever you
recording.
wanna do. A lot of people refer to elapsed ticks on the timer. It's on the Minecraft class, I think you can get hold of that. No, you can't, no, whatever.
Yeah, a num set none of seems to be quite a lot and not very cached.
What's enum set none of? What? Who's doing what that?
In your FML common handler tick start and tick end.
Yes, that is cached, by the way. By the enum set code. If you go and look, there's a whole bunch of mystery binary code in there, where it's all cached.
By the way, for the
Yeah.
YouTube audience, the reason I'm
It's,
kind of being
fascinating.
quiet now is these guys are all talking cool shop stuff, and I've gotten a lot of comments that say they like to hear you guys talk about your code and whatnot.
Apparently.
Well, for being cash, it seems to generate quite a lot of
It will
objects
generate a
and
lot
quite
of
a lot
objects, but
of
they're all
bytes.
tiny. They'll all be, and they're also incredibly short-lived, so they should all just go in the new, and they'll just disappear.
Yeah.
Turtles are cool.
I like that.
They're what? About
What is that, Lex?
36 bytes each.
It's
See,
not
the
on
prob-
the thing, I don't think, but
The problem is me having 3 million live objects is kind of adds up to about 106 megs in this snapshot I see.
what are you playing with anyway, Tug?
I am just running the client, sitting at
CPW,
the
by the way.
main menu, and it eats enum set none ofs like nobody's business.
Yeah, it will. But they'll all be garbage collected instantly.
Well, except they're not instantly.
User
They
joined
build
your channel.
up. The garbage collector doesn't run until, you
Yeah,
know,
that's-
it cares about needing
You
memory.
must have a really weird GC setup, Tug. That's all I can say. You complain about memory bugs that no one else I know of complains about. You must be running like 1.5 or something crap like that.
I'm not. I'm running 7.
I don't know. But the thing is that I memory profiled it, and the new gen just hoovers that stuff up for breakfast.
The
But-
client, right?
Yeah. I spent an age debugging the bloody memory profile of that thing because of the client world leak in Mistral.
Yeah.
I spent an age analyzing heap dumps.
I'm just
And
trying to figure
I
out why
just
there's
don't
so much
get that
churn.
data set, dude. Show me, and yeah, of course you get churn. Java's full of churn. Java is 100% churn all day, all night. It's all churn all the time. That's the way Java works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that worked.
So Tog,
Oh, hey, Lex.
Yeah, he joined.
got it. What's up, CPW?
Hey, Lex. Yeah, it's cool.
Oh,
So I don't know. I guess you just got back, so go check out MC143 pre. I pushed it to GitHub a while ago. If you want to see the diff.
Yeah, I'm skimming it right now.
The biggest thing is I stripped out the whole custom, the on-the-fly teleporter, because it seemed to me that because it's all moved to the server now, that it might be redundant.
User joined your channel.
Which one are you referring to?
If you go to Server Configuration Manager, there's a bunch of things. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a nice picture. And that's going to be on recording. We better not say what that picture was of.
What picture is that?
What picture?
The one
Yes,
that was
notice how
linked
as soon
in,
as he said we
IRC.
better not say what it is on recording, everyone immediately said,
Yeah.
what picture?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
the one that is in
this one.
IRC.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that picture.
What?
You don't understand what this picture is, Matt?
There's no link for me. I just joined the room.
Alright, in fear of what these people might be talking about YouTube, I am going to watch my turtle travel across the world off
do
camera, and I will be back.
That's fine.
Okay.
Alright guys, I am back, and wow, believe it or not, it's already been 30 minutes.
Wow.
How'd that happen? I don't even know how that happened. But yeah, so I think it's somehow a good wrapping up point already. It doesn't feel like it's been 30 minutes, but I guess I have been because you guys have been entertaining us with Coder Talk.
Yes.
I'm not kidding. I get a lot of comments where people are like, it's cool to hear all the developers talk shop.
Hey.
Well, we're just checking to make sure that carrots work right now.
Oh, in Forge?
143. It was
Really?
Forge, yeah. We're pretty sure that they even work with 142. So if someone wants to go and stamp on a carrot, it should pop a carrot out.
I
What
can
do-
do that now if like.
What do I have to
If
do?
anyone's got a 142 and a carrot, go stamp on it. Make sure it pops out of the ground as a carrot. Because that was
Will
a
do.
bug in vanilla, which they fixed in 143.
Does that have to be
but I
tilled
don't think
earth?
It's actually a bug in Forge.
So like, just jump on the farmland.
Yeah, jump on the farmland with
Nope.
a carrot in it, and it should pop the carrot
Oh.
out.
Nope, doesn't pop up the carrot. Just makes it untilled.
Because it should pop the carrot out.
So-
But it might need to be grown.
It's grown.
It was
Yeah.
a grown carrot, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, the earth becomes untilled, but the carrots stay in the ground.
Okay, so we might have a bug then there. We need to fix
Does
that.
the Dropbox have all of the stuff I need to set up a MCP workspace?
Yes. Yes, it does.
I'm trying to till the earth on the already broken but grown carrots.
Do you need to? Do you want me to? What do you want me to put up there?
What's it back?
Jars folder would be nice.
Hmm?
Jars folder would be nice.
And what's this stuff? Are
My-
these potatoes over here?
Hang on,
believe so.
I can
Looks
nice.
put my GitHub checkout zipped up there. Give me a second.
Oh, no.
Careful, some can be poisoned.
Never mind.
Can they?
Yep.
How do you know they're poisoned? Will they come out and be like a different item, or is it after you eat them that you
Yeah, it's a
discover it?
different item. It says poison.
By the way, my auto transformer legs work perfectly.
Nice.
What's the
Yeah,
deal with potatoes
so we
anyway?
don't
Do
have
they
to-
just give you more like longer health, or
You can bake them and make, like they're more than steak, I think.
they're more than what? Oh, more than steak if you bake them, or even raw?
Yep. Bake.
Oh, so I should not just be chewing on these potatoes.
Probably not. I mean, that doesn't sound too tasty. Being this
Dude, I like potatoes in every form. I'm sorry.
fries.
You
Potatoes
should
on
be,
rotten
you should
potatoes,
be.
French fries, potato chips, anything. Like any form of potato, I will eat. Baked potato, oh, so good.
But the one I was concerned about most was the teleporter change legs.
Yeah, I'm setting the workspace right now so I can...
'Cause I'm not quite sure how we can support the old model, given that they pretty much are now bound to a world completely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I like
I
how you're
should.
nearly looking at the book too.
Why is there a spider in my house?
How the heck?
Oh,
I spawned
no,
it there.
I didn't switch to
Just
the brand.
like phased through the wall.
Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
know.
dude. I popped it on a branch just because I didn't want it building until we
Yeah.
viewed everything.
Alright guys, so I think it's time to wrap up episode 35. I am sorry to say, but I do hope you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, not talking as much as I was because I enjoyed hearing everybody else chat about their, coding stuff. So Direwolf20 signing off along with everybody else. Hope you enjoyed watching this episode, and as always, take it easy.